Stretch and breathe. Happy practice today. Find that comfortable seat. Let the arms just rest for a second in the lap. And softly close the eyes if that feels good to you. We're going to take in a big, deep inhale through the nose. And sigh it out. I want you to take a couple more of those on your own. Big cleansing inhale and just sigh it out. One more. Inhaling nice and deep through the nose. And a big sigh. We're going to take just a moment to tune in, to quiet the mind, to just sit with your breath for a second. Noticing how much air your body takes naturally on that inhale. And then softly letting that go. Whether you need to sigh that out of the mouth or whether you can gently let it pass through the nostrils, just pay attention to your own breathing. Try to relax the shoulders and just be comfortable. We're going to practice the modulating breath to start class today to find balance with our breathing. You can bend the pinky and the ring finger. You're going to place your index finger and your thumb on your forehead, and we'll use the thumb and the index finger to toggle between the breath using the right nostril and then the left. So we'll take a big inhale. Let's close the left side of the nose and take a big deep inhale through the right nostril. We're going to use the thumb to close the right nostril, opening up the left side to exhale. Good, now stay here and use the left nostril for that inhale. We'll close the left nostril and exhale through the right side. Inhaling through the right. Closing the right and exhaling through the left. Good, inhaling through the left. Closing the left and exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Closing the right and exhaling through the left. Inhale through the left. Closing the left and exhaling through the right. Inhale through the right. Closing the right and exhaling through the left. Inhale through the left. Closing the left, exhale through the right. Inhale from the right. Close the right and exhale through the left. Inhale from the left. Close the left and exhale from the right. Last time, inhale from the right. Close the right and exhale from the left. Very good. Relax the hand back into the lap. And take a full deep inhale through both sides. Sighing it out all the way. Take a moment just to notice the breath and see if it's a little more balanced, a little more full. The quality of the breath and the lengths of the inhales and exhales. Big deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out. Very good. If you are not already on your mat, meet me there. We are going to start in a tall seated position. Sit back on the heels. And let's bring our arms high. Let's just reach overhead like you're taking the first morning stretch. Maybe you grasp the fingers together. Reach up tall. And then let the arms fall down. Nice and slow. We're going to bring the left arm behind the back and reach around with that right arm for that left elbow. Once you find that grip, we're going to slowly let the right ear fall to the right shoulder. If it feels okay to close the eyes, please do so, as it will help you relax and it will help you pay better attention to the body, the tightness that we're feeling. Maybe you'll even be able to notice as it relaxes. We're stretching out the left side of the neck. And taking long, slow, deep inhales. Very good. Slowly let the chin roll down to the chest. We're going to let the chin hang heavy at the chest, stretching out the back side of the neck. Actively try to push the chin towards the chest as you take long, slow, deep inhales and exhales. Good. Now slowly tilt the left or the right ear back to the right shoulder. Nice and slow. Finding that long, slow, deep inhale. Find the stretch on the left side of the neck and just hold. Good. Slowly release the chin back to the chest. Let's release the arms. Slowly bring them up overhead for that first morning stretch. One more time. Slight back bend if that feels good, and then slowly let the arms cascade down to the sides. Good. This time we're going to bring that right arm behind the back and reach the left hand for that right elbow. Drawing the shoulders down, sitting tall, we're going to slowly lower the left ear to the left shoulder. Relaxing the shoulders. Relax the hips. Find the stretch on the right side of the neck and just hold. Long, slow, deep breaths. As we use that breath to assist with the stretching. Very good. Slowly roll the chin back to the chest. Again, let it hang heavy. Feel a stretch in the spine as you tuck the hips under just a little bit and really tuck the chin. Very good. Find that straight spine and then slowly roll the left ear to the left shoulder. Finding the stretch on the right side of the neck. Relax the shoulders. Find your stretch and take that long, slow, deep breath in. Very good. One more round of breath. Roll the chin to the chest. Very good. Let's release the arms and bring them behind the head, interlacing the fingers behind the neck. Slowly draw the elbows in close to the ears. Gently stretch out the back of the neck. Be gentle. Very good. Release the hands to the mat and slowly lift the chin to neutral. Very good. We're going to take the right arm high. Bend at the elbow and then reach the left arm up, grabbing on to that elbow. You'll find a little stretch through the back of the arm. We're going to work into the shoulders. Quite a few shoulder stretches today, again, to open up the chest, to help better our posture and assist in better breathing. Hold on to that right elbow with the left hand, sitting with a tall spine. If you can, move through these stretches today with your eyes closed so that you can focus on everything that you're feeling. When we can look around, we sometimes lose that connection. Finding the stretch in the back of that right arm. And if it feels good, take a small bend to the left. Be gentle. Good. Straighten. Sit tall. We're going to leave that right arm behind the back and slowly let the left arm come down. Reach the left arm behind you as if you're going to reach and connect the left fingers and the right fingers behind the back. If you can make that connection, great. If you can't, just try and crawl the fingers toward one another, crawling the right hand towards the left hand. If you make that connection, great job. Just hold. Very good. Slowly release both hands down. Take a big deep breath in, roll the shoulders down and back, and just press the heart forward. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Good. Relax and bring that left arm high, bending at the elbow. We're going to reach that right arm up and over, grabbing onto the left elbow for that tricep stretch. Find that stretch and just hold. Closing the eyes, connecting the mind and the body. Thinking about everything that you're feeling. Focusing on the breath. And if it feels good, take that slight bend to the right. Be gentle. Don't force anything. We're just looking for a little extra space. Very good. Slowly come back to that tall sit. Release that right arm down. Same thing as we did on the other side. Reach that right arm behind the back, reaching the right fingers for the left. If you can make that connection, great. If you can't, just continue to reach, crawling the fingers towards one another. You'll be able to notice once you've done this on both sides, maybe one side is tighter than the other. That's totally normal. Very good. Slowly release and let both hands come towards the mat. You can flutter the eyes open if they were closed and take a rounding of the spine. Tuck the hips and just round out the back. Good. Sit tall. We're going to twist to the left, reaching the right hand for the left knee, reaching that left arm behind you. Sit tall and look over the left shoulder. Using that right hand to assist you in this twist. Find your gaze over the left shoulder. Good. Slowly, we're going to twist in the opposite direction, bringing the left hand to the outside of the right knee. That right arm comes behind you as you twist, taking the gaze over the right shoulder. One more round of breath. Very good. Release and come back to center. We're going to take it into a child's pose. But first, let's stop in tabletop and slowly tuck the toes, feeling the tops of the feet as we've sat on them for several minutes. If you need to wake them up, you can. Tap the tops of the feet to the mat, tuck the toes, and sit the hips back towards the heels. Before we get into our child's pose, I want to stay here for just a couple of seconds to bring some life back into those feet. We've restricted that movement for several minutes. We want to ease back into it. Maybe rocking forward into your tabletop and then slowly sitting the hips to the heels with those toes tucked. Very good. Let's widen the knees just a little bit. Big toes to touch. Sit back into your child's pose. Let the arms slide forward as the chest comes closer to the mat. Bring the forehead to the mat. And take a couple rounds of breath here. Let the head be heavy on the mat as we press in to the center of the forehead. It releases tension. So just let the head be as heavy as you can. Letting the chest sink towards the mat. Maybe crawl the arms forward for a stretch. Closing the eyes. Just bringing your awareness to what is going on with the body right now. Are the feet tingling? Maybe the arms are stretching out in front and you can feel the triceps stretch. Maybe you're just focused on your breath. Very good. Lift the hips and come to the forearms. We're going to take a couple of spinal waves from the forearm position. So I want you to tuck the hips, round the spine, and tuck the chin. And then slowly lift the hips, drop the belly, bring the gaze forward, lifting the chin. Take a big, deep inhale. Good. On the exhale, tuck the hips, pull the belly up and in and round the spine. On the inhale, lift the hips, drop the belly, and lift the chest. Good. On your exhale, tuck the hips, lift the belly, round the back, and tuck the chin. Good. On the inhale, lift the hips, drop the belly, and lift the chin. Exhaling into that cat. Inhaling into that cow. Very good. Let's sit the hips back, come back into that child's pose. This time, widen the knees a little bit more and just relax. Let's take a couple of rounds of breath here. Very good. Slide the knees closer together underneath you. Resting the forehead on the mat, slide the arms back behind you and interlace the fingers behind the back, squeezing the palms and the forearms together. Press through the knees to lift to the crown of the head. And if you can, reach the arms up, pulling the arms away from the body as you're resting on the crown of your head. Really finding a shoulder stretch here. Slowly release the arms down, release the hips down, and let the arms come back in front. Very good. Let's lift, pressing through the palms, walk the hands in and sit tall. We're going to bring the right arm on top of the left and just hug yourself really tight. Crawling the fingers, reaching for those shoulder blades. Sit tall, squeeze yourself, nice big hug. And then bring the hands up, interlacing the arms. Once you get here, your left fingers are in the right palm. The right elbow is cupped by the left. You're just going to reach the fingers for the ceiling. Nice big inhale. On that exhale, bring the elbows down and round the spine. Good on the inhale. Reach the fingers for the ceiling and sit tall. One more time. Exhale, bringing the elbows in. Rounding the spine. Very good. Find your regular seat. Let's let that right arm just go long. We're going to keep that left forearm pressed against the right as we find another shoulder stretch on the right side. Relaxing the shoulders. Pulling that right arm across the body, nice and gentle. Very good. You can release that. Bring the arms out to the sides and press the chest forward, lifting the chin. Big inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to hug yourself with that left arm on top. Crawling the fingers, reaching for the shoulder blades. Really hug yourself here. Very good. And then you're going to bring the backs of the palms up like you're going to touch them. But you're going to let the left fingers make the right fingers make their way into the left palm. On the inhale, you're going to reach the fingers for the ceiling, keeping that twist. And on the exhale, you're going to sink the elbows in and around the spine. Inhale, reach the arms high in that twist. Find that tall seat. And on the exhale, sink the elbows in. Very good. Come back to your seat and let that left arm go long as we stretch that left shoulder. The left arm is crossing the body. That right forearm is pressing into that left bicep gently. to find another shoulder stretch. Very good. You can let the arms come down and let's reach for that block. We're going to bring that block out in front of us. And we're going to take a tabletop. Maybe tuck the toes and push the hips back to the heels as we were just sitting on those feet again. We want to bring some life back into those ankles. Maybe rocking forward into the tabletop and then rocking back on those tucked toes. Good. Find yourself in the tabletop. Untuck the toes and bring the elbows to your block. Maybe bring the block right underneath the gaze of the eyes. Elbows come to the block, and you're going to sink the chest towards the mat. Move slowly and gently, letting the torso sink towards the mat. Maybe you relax the forehead on the block. Take a couple of rounds of breath here. One more round of breath. Very good. Ease your way back into your tabletop. Let's sit that block over to the side. Tuck the toes. And we're going to push through the toes to land in a down dog. Pedal out the feet. Let's wake up that lower body. Bending the left knee and straightening the right. Press that right heel towards the mat and press to the palms to take the chest closer to the thighs. Good. Switch sides. Bend the right knee and straighten the left. Press that left heel towards the mat. As you press into the palms, take the chest closer to the thighs. Very good. Come to the tiptoes on both feet. And inhale. As you exhale, press both heels for the mat. Finding a stretch through both calves. Very good. One more time. Inhale, come to the tiptoes. Exhale, push the heels to the mat. Very good. Let's step the feet up towards the hands until they're right underneath the hips. Let's take the feet out just a little bit wider, heel toeing the feet out to the sides of the mat. And then fold. Relax the arms, tuck the chin. Just keep the hips high, finding a stretch all the way up through the backs of the legs. Very good. Find a long spine, reaching the fingertips for the mat. Bring the left hand into the center of your mat, and let's reach the right arm high. Finding a twist. Good. Bring that right hand down. The right hand's going to come to the center of the mat, and the left arm will go high. Find a twist. Good. Bring that left hand down. Heel toe those feet back underneath the hips. Let's take one more fold. Tucking the chin. Maybe you slightly bend the knees and let the chest just connect to the thighs. Let the arms relax. Let's take a big deep breath. Very good. Bend the knees. Bring the hips to the heels and slowly make your way into a seat. Let's take a 90-90. Let's bring the left leg in front. We'll swing the right leg behind us as we sit in a 90-90. You want to have an L shape in that front and back leg. Once you find that, sit tall and crawl the hands forward, keeping a long spine, finding a stretch through that left hip. When you find that stretch, maybe you close the eyes and can continue with that connection of the mind and the body. Very good. Let's slowly walk the hands over to the right and press the left side of the rib cage out, finding a stretch all along the left side body. Good. Walk the hands back in to the center and walk the hands in to sit tall. We're going to go into the 90-90 with the right in front by lifting both knees and turning towards that right leg. Find yourself with the left and the right at a 90-90. Sit tall. Walk the hands forward, keeping the spine long. Find the stretch through the right hip. Maybe you close the eyes to regain that connection. Find your stretch and hold. Very good. Let's walk the hands to the left. Sinking the chest towards the mat. Pressing out through that right rib cage. Find a stretch through that right side body. Good. Walk the hands back to the center. Then walk the hands in to sit tall. We're going to bring those knees back up and together. And we are going to slowly roll down all the way to your back. Bring the knees to the chest and wrap the forearms around the knees if you can, and take a slow rock side to side. Let's show that low back some love. Massaging the kidneys, massaging the back. Very good. Let's let both feet come to the mat. We're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee. Lift that right foot off the mat and bring that left shin towards the chest. Big deep breath. Find another stretch in the hip. Very good. Let's let that right foot come back to the mat. Let's slide that left knee on top of the right, and then shimmy on to that right hip as we let the knees fall to the right. Try to keep the connection of the shoulder blades to the mat as we sink into a deep twist. One more round of breath. Very good. Let's bring the knees back to center. Back onto your back, uncross. Let's bring the right ankle to the left knee. Lifting that left foot off the mat to draw the right shin to the chest. Find a stretch in that right hip. Slowly release that left foot to the mat. And then we'll slide that right knee on top of the left. Shimmy onto that left hip and let the knees fall to the left side. Last twist of class. Let's really sink into it. Very good. Bring the knees back to center. Unravel the legs. Let's bring the soles of the feet to touch and let the knees fall out. Keeping the hands on the belly. We're going to take small sips of air until we've reached as much expansion in our lungs as we can, until we've gained as much air in our lungs as we can. Take a breath in. Take a little more. Take a little more. Hold at the top. And fully exhale. Squeezing any air that's left out. Good. Take another big deep breath. Sip a little more. And a little more. Hold it at the top. And then fully exhale. Getting all the air out that you can. One more time. Taking a big deep breath. Sip a little more. And a little more. Hold. And then exhale. Everything out. Very good. Keep the eyes closed. Bring the knees in. Bring the knees to the chest. And rock and roll your way to a seat. Keeping the eyes closed. you'll come to a cross-legged sit. We're going to take the last few minutes of class for some more breathing. We're going to do three breaths in. We're going to take a third of a breath in. We're going to take 2/3, and then we're going to fill it all the way to the top. So take a little bit of air, about a third. Hold. Take another third. And hold. Take all the air in you can. Hold at the top. And slowly exhale out. Again, when you're ready to inhale, take a third. And hold. Take another third. And hold. Take as much air as you can and hold at the top. Relax the shoulders and exhale. On the inhale, just take a third. Hold. Take another third and hold. Take another third. Hold at the top. Relax the shoulders and exhale. We're going to finish class with your normal breath, paying attention to what your body takes in and what it releases. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the hips. Focusing on the last few breaths of class. Very gently flutter the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me today for Stretch and Breathe. I hope you feel a little bit more clear and balanced and relaxed.